But you don't need to be spitting on them. If she's trying to do something to you and she could cause harm to you, then, all that shit is out the window. Right? Facts, But you don't spit on women, bro. Different. Spitting. I'm 15 on... What y'all talking about? He could have just ignored her. He could have, He could have definitely did that. You know what I'm saying? I know it's like, yo, certain things. Listen, that's a lot of things. See, that's a lot of that. That's something that people have to learn more of, right? Discernment. You know what I'm saying? And just knowing when to do what and when not to do what. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I see like a lot of Asian young people, like a lot of people really don't know how to handle themselves in certain environments. You know what I'm saying? Like in certain, they just don't know they don't know how to respond correctly. You know what I'm saying? And I see that as kind of awkward, right? Like there's this little awkwardness. Not all Asians, but for the majority of it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the thing, right? Like, we just have to understand how to respond to things, right? And we have to know when to fight and know when not to fight. You know what I'm saying? And when we fight, we have to know how to go all the way. You know what I'm saying? And just put everything into it, But you also can't do certain things. Certain things you don't need to respond to. You know what I mean? If a woman is calling you something, whatever, bro. Like, all right, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? And then that's it. Like, if she starts going crazy and putting hands on you, then you have to do what you got to do, right? Because I don't agree. I don't think that anybody should just allow anybody to harm them, hurt them, or some shit like that. But if she's not doing that, you can just let her talk, man. You know what I mean? You just let her fucking talk, and you know what I'm saying? But, I see, a lot of us, we just really don't really understand this. Light is crazy. We don't really understand, how to conduct ourselves in certain situations. Right. Sometimes you're gonna have to let things go. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're gonna have to let things go. Nobody's telling you to be a super tough guy. Nobody is telling you to be fucking put on a cape or be a superhero. Nobody is fucking telling you to be something you're not. If you are naturally not like a fucking that type of guy, then nobody is telling you to do that. You know what I'm saying? What I am saying is at certain times when it's necessary, we have to fight. When it's really necessary and it's time, then we have to fight, right? But certain situations doesn't call for it. That particular situation did not call for it. You know what I'm saying? And there was the dude, I don't know. So there was a dude, his grandmother got pushed off of a woman got in the trains to ice. So what happened was a Chinese brother was with his mother. He was with his grandfather and grandmother, right? And they was on the train. So they was waiting on the platform to get on the train. And somebody was smoking. There was somebody over there smoking on the platform. So the Chinese brother says something "Oh, why don't you not smoke? There's no smoking here. Don't smoke." So the dude got crazy. He said, "What?" And then they just started going crazy. He ran over there, started beating him up. His grandmother tried to stop him. He pushed the grandmother off of the platform. The dude was a savage. You know what I'm saying? He beat up the fucking grandfather. You know what I mean? He was a savage, But I know you don't want people smoking around your grandparents, right? But I would have never said anything. You know what I'm saying? My grandparents are there. We're just gonna move. Like, we'll move. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain times that you say some shit, certain times that you don't need to say some shit. And that right there was a time that you didn't have to say shit. That wasn't your business. You know what I'm saying? Just walk to another part of the platform. You know, now you're just asking for some shit. And fine, if you just want to ask for some shit, but be prepared for the shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't just fucking be talking that shit, and then when a motherfucker come, you just let him fucking beat you all up, push your grandmother off of the platform, and beat your grandfather up, and let him walk out, like, away. Like, you know, like, what the fuck was all that for then? You shouldn't have said nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, hello? Like, like, certain times, you gotta learn how to move militant. We have to be militant out here on these streets. You know what I mean? Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to your surroundings. Make sure that you're equipped to handle yourself, and no matter how you gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? But don't go looking for this shit. Don't go asking for this shit. You know, be respectful. You know what I'm saying? Be respectful. But if you have to protect yourself, you go crazy. When it's time to do that, you go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Do everything you can. You know what I mean? But besides that, you know, practice peace, man. Like, you know, we don't have to do that. But when we have to be we have to pay attention out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So we have to start training ourselves to do this type of shit. Well, what? Yeah, what are you doing? He told me, yo, when I saw that shit, I hit him up immediately, like, yo, what's up? Boom, boom. And when he told me that, I was like, oh, man, you got your grandmother in the hospital right now. You know what I'm saying? If you would have never said anything, he would have never went to y'all. But you're with your grandmother, and you just put both of them in jeopardy by saying that dumb shit. Like, who the fuck are you? Are you a police? Like, what the fuck? Are you the fucking platform monitor, bro? Like, just, bro, I wouldn't have said nothing. There's crazy people out here, bro. There's crazy people out here. If you ain't ready to take that shit too crazy, the crazy level, then leave that shit alone. Facts. That's in hindsight, though. Yeah, I know that's in hindsight. But what I'm saying is, if somebody's smoking, I would not motherfucking say that. I wouldn't say nothing. You know what I mean? I move away. Especially if I'm with my family and shit. Like, what the fuck? Y'all bugging. You know what I'm saying? Certain things you're supposed to do, certain things you're not supposed to do. You mind your business, Bob. You know what I'm saying? But you mind your business, but there's certain times you can't mind your business. Like, if you're walking by and you see somebody beating on an old lady, that's not the time for you to mind your business. You got to do something. I don't know. Do something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're watching somebody beat a old lady or a lady, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know about ladies, but like old, like if you're watching somebody beat up an old person, bro, you know, and you don't do nothing about it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's our job to do something about that. You feel me? That's when you get crazy. Right. That's when you get crazy. That's when you get crazy. You know what I mean? Because even if something happens to you, you know you did it for the right thing. You know what I'm saying? You did it for something right. Because it was like, that could be your grandmother. That's when it's time to do your thing. Right. Have I ever experienced racist attacks? No. Alright, y'all. I'm off of this shit. I'll see y'all later.